Dr. George Cosmides at drcosmides.com, developer of Life Without Diabetes program. I want to talk a little bit about today of something called insulin resistance. What does that mean? How is it important to us? And what are some things as a diabetic that we can do about it? Well, let's take it very simple. Insulin resistance means that part of the cell that's designed to digest or uptake insulin along with the sugar, for some reason, begins to resist that uptake. Now, the reasons can be many and varied. Sleep deprivation mimics insulin resistance. Yes, the research is pretty profound on that. Artificially sweetened soda pops, aspartame, NutraSweet appear to cause insulin resistance. Medications over time, things like metformin and glucophage, what happens is these elements are static. They don't change, like the body's production of insulin, and the configuration changes ever so slightly depending on the body's needs, where specific synthetically derived chemicals do not. So after a while, the person becomes a little bit resistant to that, and it builds over time. And a good example of that is we've all taken pain medication. And if you take it long enough, instead of one tablet, you now need 2 and 3. Coffee is the same way. What 1 cup will do for you, now you may need 2 or 3 to get the same stimulation. So it's not an insulin resistance problem with medications and things like coffee, but the same premise is present. And that's the body begins to become resistant, or the receptor sites become clogged, or it just doesn't work really efficiently. Now, how do we improve insulin resistance from what we can do right now today? Good question if you're asking that. If you're not, hopefully you're thinking about it now. Number 1, foods that really challenge the endocrine system or the hormone system, you want to reduce and eventually eliminate. White potatoes, white breads, white flours. They create a huge insulin load, as well as having a high glycemic index, and they can be very digestively disruptive. And as I've spoken before, a diabetic doesn't just have a blood sugar disorder. They usually have 3 or 4 other systems involved. The cardiovascular system, maybe they're on high blood pressure, or they have high cholesterol or triglyceride problems, or the ratios are wrong or bad. They could have a kidney issue, renal issues, headaches. I mean, the list can just go on and on and on. So the blood sugar is one element, but by removing insulin resistant types of foods, we can then begin to clean up our act, so to speak. So white flour products, white potatoes, synthetically sweetened soda pops. There are a few exceptions to synthetic sweeteners that don't appear to create insulin resistance. Stevia, which is a natural occurring sweetener, and it comes in different formulations. Xylitol, that's getting a lot of praise now. It's a highly processed wood-based sugar. I think bamboo is the wood of choice for that. But it's highly processed, and it has about half the calories of sugar. So again, stevia has no calories, no apparent insulin-resistant side effects, and it's pretty adaptable. A couple of other sugars that you can get pretty readily are coconut sugar and date sugar. Here's what you'll notice with those 2 types of sugars. They're very coarse, the packages are very heavy compared to white sugar, and they're not super sweet. They have a low, from a pure research standpoint, they have not only a low glycemic index, but a low load factor. They contain B vitamins, some trace minerals, so they give the body more nutritional value than just a glucose-based sugar. They cook well. You can use them in just about every application. And price-wise, they're pretty similar. So I hope this kind of helps with what insulin resistant is, and moreover, what you can begin to do today to begin to make some positive strides in taking back control over your blood sugar issues or improving your health, or both. I hope this was helpful. Please let me know of your questions, and I'll respond in these video blogs directly. I'm Dr. George Cosmides, formulator of the Life Without Diabetes program at drcosmides.com. Thank you for listening to me today, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye-bye.